boy. Sheldon and Cunningham are getting into it.
One black belt tackle can flip an entire league on its head.
That's what this is right here, getting even.
Ask anyone who watched Indiana's June 17th showdown with Connecticut. Caitlin Clark spent 3 quarters getting hacked, an eye poke here, a blindside shoulder there, while 3 whistle-happy officials somehow swallowed theirs. Fans inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse roared the same plea again and again. Do something! Then, Sophie Cunningham, New Fever swing woman, lifelong Taekwondo black belt, shot coast to coast, bear-hugged Jacy Sheldon like a crash dummy, and detonated a viral supernova that's still rippling through the W. Clark had already drilled a 29-footer and chirped at the Suns' bench, but the night felt unsettled. A minute earlier, Sheldon's fingers raked Clark's eye, and Marina Mabrey bulldozed her to the hardwood. Both ruled mere technicals. No one tossed. In the NBA, a star of Clark's magnitude would get bubble wrap treatment. Here, the league's million-viewer rainmaker was treated like a rookie on a 10-day contract. Viewership had cratered 53% during Clark's recent 5-game quad absence, a dip even LeBron James pointed out while tweeting his CC Effect welcome back message. So when Cunningham sprinted in, wrapped Sheldon, and earned a flagrant 2 plus a standard $400 fine, the arena exhaled. Physical justice at last. ESPN cameras caught hundreds of fans leaping as though someone had shoved the fast-forward button on months of frustration. Cunningham later shrugged. If refs won't protect stars, teammates have to. The internet ignited on contact. Clips of the foul-clocked 7-figure views by Dawn. Pat McAfee hailed her as the bodyguard of the W. NBA Twitter memified a grainy freeze frame into Sophie Security Services, open 24/7. More tangible, her TikTok following ballooned from just over 300K to past 1.2 mits in 48 hours, a $1 million surge according to Sportico's endorsement trackers. Not everyone cheered. A Change.org petition demanding Cunningham's expulsion topped 30K signatures within a day, proof that fandoms can pivot from applause to pitchforks in a single news cycle. The same corners of the internet that once celebrated Kiki Fenny knocking Cunningham down in a preseason game now labeled Sophie a menace. Double standards multiply faster than jerseys, and on Fanatics, those jerseys vanished, sold out by Wednesday morning. Cunningham's response? She retweeted the petition with a screenshot that simply read, "Jersey sold out." Mic drop. Meanwhile, major outlets revisited an overlooked resume bullet: black belt at 6, high school football kicker, part-time Sun studio analyst. Cunningham wasn't imported just to throw elbows. Fever GM Lynn Dunn called her the roster's edge in a bottle, a veteran who spaces the floor and sets the emotional thermostat. She had already hit 38% from deep for Phoenix last season. Indiana signed her for leadership as much as muscle. The timing could not be louder. Kelsey Plum had recently shed tears on camera over WNBA officiating. Coaches whispered about Clark rules, a wink and nod permission to rough up the rookie if it disrupted rhythm. Ratings evidence shows why that gamble is short-sighted. Since Clark's debut, ABC and ESPN have recorded audiences that dwarf previous WNBA highs, up 76% year over year. When she sat, national numbers tumbled nearly in half. Protecting her isn't preferential treatment, it's business triage. Historical echoes loom. Charles Oakley kept Michael Jordan upright. Draymond Green polices Steph Curry's airspace. Yet when the same archetype appears in the women's game, commentators default to words like dirty or classless. Cunningham's crunch reopened the double standard debate overnight. Beat writers argued either the W needs enforcers to spice up rivalries, or it'll legislate every hard screen and risk draining drama. Fans, for their part, are voting with credit cards. Beyond optics, Indiana's locker room changed tone instantly. Players who tiptoed around contact now felt a green light edge. Practices grew louder, swagger replaced anxiety, and assistant coach Carlos Knox dubbed Cunningham Firewall. Once the firewall stands, malware stays out. Quietly, opponents began adjusting scouting reports. Overtrap Clark and you invite a statement foul, play her straight, and she still might torch you from 30 feet. Either way, Indiana dictates terms. Money followed momentum. Marketing agencies project Cunningham could clear 7 figures in endorsement value before season's end, an absurd ratio for a player earning 5-digit salary lines. Clark's fanbase is a tidal wave. Whoever surfs beside her catches foam. Remember Kate Martin? The second-round rookie sold more jerseys last year than the reigning MVP, simply by sharing an Iowa past with Clark. Sophie's viral moment is Martin's multiplier on steroids. League headquarters now confronts a forked path. Clean up officiating and shield their ticket printing phenom, or brace for weekly highlight reel brawls that overshadow skill. Insiders leaked an internal memo urging star-level whistle consistency going forward. Nothing public yet, but extra security reportedly assigned to Indiana's next road trip hints at urgency. Clark herself? Ice cold as ever. She told reporters the best retaliation is a scoreboard, but she didn't hide her grin while recounting the roar after Cunningham's foul. Soph stood tall, she said, and sometimes that's what family does. The rookie's averaging 22, 8-7 since the incident, a stat line that shouts, chip secured, baggage checked, carry on confidence only. Fever Sun Part 2 hits July 8th on national TV. Connecticut already upgraded strength and conditioning drills. Social media jokes they're practicing judo falls. Ticket resale is triple face value. Proof fans smell round 2 fireworks. The broadcast will cut every hard bump in 4K slow-mo, but the larger showdown is ideological. Pure skill versus deterrence, market expansion versus old guard resentment. If Cunningham's lesson stuck, refs will blow quick whistles and the game flows. If not, another viral collision lurks. Either scenario favors Indiana. The first makes Clark unstoppable, the second sells more jerseys, clips, and outrage fuel. And somewhere in the middle, Sophie Cunningham, once a budget veteran signing, prints wealth from a $400 fine. Big picture, the WNBA faces its Jordan Rules inflection point. Does it lean into heated rivalries, accepting a few bruises for blockbuster numbers? Or does it tighten calls, risking a sanitized product that drains storylines? Cunningham's flashpoint showed the stakes in high definition. So, the next time a defender contemplates an accidental elbow at Indiana's superstar, they'll glance right, spot number 8 in navy and red, and think twice. Because a league can survive tough defense. It cannot survive weekly viral proof that its brightest beacon is unprotected. Sophie Cunningham may have paid a fine, but she drew a line, one that could end up worth more than any max contract in the women's game. Behind closed doors, league executives are already redrafting next year's media deck. ABC wants flex rights on every Fever matchup. TikTok is exploring a real-time bodyguard cam, and at least 3 Fortune 500 brands, sources say a sports drink, a telecom, and a sneaker giant, have asked whether Cunningham has cleared space in her endorsement calendar. What began as a flagrant foul has mutated into a marketing avalanche, and the WNBA's business department is suddenly treating Sophie's shove like lightning they have to bottle before the season ends. And that begs the real question. Was this simply a wild mid-season scuffle, or did we just witness the birth of the WNBA's Dennis Rodman moment? July 8th may answer that, but whatever unfolds next, the world will be watching. Millions of viewers deep, jerseys on back order, and a black belt enforcer ready to guard the sport's new face at any cost.